Depression, low self-esteem, unrealistic expectations, low productivity, and perversion. All of these are effects of sexualization in porn, and I'm going to be going through how hypersexualization in anime actually causes these effects, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. In the age of the digital, where attention is the new currency, sexualization has run rampant across all forms of media. TV, magazines, movies, social media, ads, and of course, anime. Anime, however, takes it to a whole nother level. In my opinion, anime is the true definition of hypersexualization. Every character is drawn to the height of human beauty standards. Perfect clear skin, perfect facial symmetry and structure, over-exaggerated bodies, youthful, sometimes too youthful. And of course, this applies to all media because you have things like surgery and Photoshop and just picking beautiful models, but anime is drawn. It can explore a lot more different ideas and fantasies and angles that's just impossible to explore in real life. It's hyper stimulating, and most people who start watching hentai or reading doujin will eventually just prefer it to real live action porn. And the problem is, nearly every single anime has these elements of hypersexualization, which I'm sure you know what this leads to young men consuming. In fact, the only anime I can think of that doesn't have sexualization in it is Attack on Titan. The problem with hypersexualization being present in 99% of anime is that we get led down this rabbit hole. We start watching anime that has elements of hypersexualization, then we say, hey, let's go explore different genres of anime, and then you start to learn that there's whole genres dedicated to this, like ecchi and harem, and then that eventually leads to you discovering and consuming hentai. This whole cycle is due to hyperstimulation creating a bunch of dopamine. And for those who don't know, the more highly stimulating and low risk / work dopamine you release, the more signals you send to your brain to continue to do that activity. That's actually how we build habits. That's why it's very easy to create habits out of vices such as smoking, such as drinking, such as porn, video games. It's because it's so highly stimulating. And when you realize that porn is among the most stimulating things a person can consume, because sex is a part of our most basic needs, along with food and shelter, and the fact that with anime it's basically porn on steroids, I'm sure you can start to see how this can very easily negatively influence your life. And all of these aspects I mentioned in the beginning of the video can be boiled down to one thing: the tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities, especially by seeking entertainment or engaging in fantasy. In modern times, it's so easy to create a lifestyle of seeking distractions and comfort from reality instead of facing our problem. It can take the form of eating ice cream when you get the feeling of hunger, even though you know you want to lose 20 pounds, or loading up YouTube for 2 hours when you know that you have a project that's due tomorrow. This is escapism, and sexual content is one of the most stimulating mediums for escapism. I want you guys to all imagine your dream lifestyle scenario. Let's say you're living in the beach house in the Maldives. Beautiful private beach right outside your patio. You're a highly focused and competent man who goes to the gym every day. You actually spend time outside doing fun activities and hobbies. You have a great social life, and you have a beautiful 10 out of 10 wife who cooks for you every day when you come home. Now let me ask you this: would you be watching porn? If your answer is no, and you still watch porn, like most of us, you are participating in escapism. Instead of actually going out there and becoming a better and competent man so that you can actually build that lifestyle for your future wife, you're jerking off to some 6 out of 10 get plowed, or even worse, watching hentai. And by doing this, I guarantee you that you will never ever have that dream reality, because we're all in competition, and if you're not 100%, you're gonna lose to somebody like me or Hamza or any man who is willing to put 100% effort into becoming the best man that they can become. Now that we understand that porn is a big form of escapism, you can start to understand that because porn is a temporary escape from our depressing reality, it can actually ruin your long-term fulfillment in life and lower your productivity significantly. But understanding this makes the solution very simple. So here's some key steps to take back control of your life and work towards the life that we ultimately want. Number 1 is stop willingly consuming anime that puts a heavy emphasis on sex. Watching a ton of ecchi or harem anime is very damaging for your mind. It builds the habit of going and watching hentai or reading doujin. I understand that seeing like some 10 out of 10 anime girl with like a bikini on, barely wearing anything, is so stimulating. Trust me, I understand it. But we have to take a step back and stop willingly consuming these anime. I'm talking about anime that exist for the purpose of only being fan service. For the people who want to take back control of their life, one of the first and easiest things you can do is just to stop consuming these types of anime. Number 2, meditate every day to bring focus back into your life. Not consuming ecchi content because it's so stimulating. It requires a degree of self-control, just like anything that's difficult to achieve in this life. So you want to focus on becoming present and becoming aware of your thoughts and your emotions, and it leads to a better self-control and not consuming in your emotions. And meditating can also greatly have a positive impact on your mental health. Being more present in life, it improves your productivity, it improves your sleep, it improves your conversations, it improves your just general focus, and it improves your actions because you have more control and more focus. You're more aware. You cannot control something that you're not aware of. So meditating every day is a great exercise in order to train your mind to being focused. 3, focus your energy on positive activities that's going to benefit your life. Activities like gym, cooking, even skill-based activities like playing an instrument or sport or reading. Spend time doing things that actually yield a positive change in your life. Whether it's your mental health, whether it's your physical health, your spiritual health, your intelligence, your competence, spend time on positive activities. I know that this channel is self-improvement through anime. Anime can be a great form of teaching lessons, but you need to have the other things in place as well. The average Gen Z person spends 2.5 hours a day on the internet, on average. Now, I know people personally, I'm sure you do too, who spend a lot more than that. And the average Generation Alpha, which is like the generation after us, spends 4 hours and 44 minutes a day on the internet. That's almost double. So you can see that as time moves on, we're starting to get more and more integrated into the internet. And there's just so many negative influences of social media and the internet that we need to be focusing on positive activities and not just be sucked in to the internet 24/7. Now, this is probably the most important one. If you only had to listen to just one, of course, stop watching ecchi anime and porn. But if you only had to listen to one, this is the most important. Number 4, try new activities that are actually exciting to you. If you're living a lifestyle that's actually exciting, that's actually interesting, you're actually excited to wake up the next day and go try new things or do a hobby, this is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to quit porn, because you're not even thinking about it at that point. Porn becomes not even an option in your head if you're actually going out and trying new fun activities. So within the last 2 weeks, I have started boxing on the heavy bag, and I got a drone, so I've been flying that. And next, I want to do VR. So just try fun activities that are actually exciting to you, and you won't even think about porn. You won't even think about these things. And this is my own personal tip to stop using porn. You will not only not even think about porn, you will actually have an attractive lifestyle to girls. Because I know your guys' goal with NoFap is to eventually, get a girlfriend or have sex with a girl. So that can have so many positive impacts on your lifestyle, on your mental health, as well as attracting females. Now, this is a bonus one, number 5. I had to put this in here, is view anime as a source of inspiration. Now, I have a video I want you guys to check out here that is actually a guide on how you can stop just consuming a bunch of anime and actually view anime as a source of inspiration and learn lessons from. So check that video out. I'm Nori. I teach self-improvement through anime. Clearly you're interested in that, so hit the subscribe and notification bell down below. Believe in me who believes in you. Nori, signing out.
Fatality. Rambo wins. Flawless victory.